Hey guys, it's Jessie. How y'all doing? Today I decided to do a bit of a different video from what I usually do, like from like a tutorial, and do a bit of a like challenge tag thing that has like existed since forever, but it's becoming really popular on TikTok and stuff. So I decided to do it here, and that is kind of exposing the behind the scenes whatever of your like Instagram pictures, photoshoot pictures, whatever. And since I do edit and take a lot of pictures, since I'm a cosplayer and it's kind of in the hobby description, job description thing, whatever. So yeah, I decided that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. And again, I do want to preface this video by saying that due to the pandemic, obviously I didn't get to do like as many like photo shoots and stuff as I would usually do like outside with like actual people and like at actual conventions, so that I don't have like many stories. I am going to be taking a look at like stuff before the pandemic. So I hope that in like a few months or like a year I can come back and do this video again with like actual stories with actual people and like fun stuff, because I really miss the good old days. Yeah, the first post we're going to be taking a look at, yes, my laptop is here, this is why I am looking to the side. It is one of my most recent posts from my Kisariota. That was an disgusting butchering of his name, please excuse that. Costas, Cosplay, whatever you want to call it. Obviously the pictures were taken at home, at my house, at home, whatever, by me and edited by me. First off, right off the bat, this pose, nothing, absolutely nothing natural about it. As I always tell my friends or whatever people who ask me about like poses and stuff, if it hurts, you are doing it right. Also, this shirt, it lays flat nicely against my chest. It's like folded nicely. It was, oh my god, I have a hair in my mouth. It was not like that in the original picture. It was all bunched up and weird like that, and I just like, no, you are going to be small and nice. And also, the last thing is, I am looking to the side way too much, is the lighting. All of the lighting, like the blue, green, whatever, yellow, it was not there. Like, I probably could have, I have like colorful, oh my god, lights and stuff like that. I have things that I could probably use to create this effect, but after a whole ass year of doing stuff like that, I am just way too lazy. And I am running out of like props and shit to use, because I like when stuff looks original and like not, and like my Instagram feed always looks like fresh and stuff, even though Instagram is dying and I should probably be looking for a new place, a new platform. And anywho, I do like keeping my feed fresh and stuff, but this, like the past couple of months, I am getting lazier and lazier by the day, so the whole entire lighting is just like edited completely. It was not there. It was just a white sheet, my tripod, me, that's it. So the second post we're going to be looking at is from when I am moving my hand way too much, from when I cosplayed Gilda from the Promised Neverland a couple of like weeks ago, for the second season premiere. And I actually wanted to go take pictures outside, because like near my house, even though I live in like a big city, like two steps from my house, I have this like not really wooded area, more of like a nature area, park thing, but with no like swings and stuff, just like a couple of trails. And it's great when you want to like give the illusion of a forest or like something like that. So I went there to take a couple of pictures, and there are usually absolutely no people there. There is nothing to do there, so nobody really goes there. Like maybe people walk their dogs there sometimes, but that's it. So I went there, and I first of all, two things about these specific pictures with the book. So usually when I take my pictures, I use my camera and my phone. My phone is connected by Wi-Fi to my camera. My camera is standing on a tripod, and I have my phone with me. Usually I have like a pocket on like something, or like just not even show my hand in a picture if I can't push the button and throw my phone away. I have used many methods to go around the whole needing to press a button on my phone thing. Y'all have no idea. So here I felt so smart for this. I had my phone inside of the book. If we take this notebook, I had my phone and this empty monster can from my collection, and I had it right here. Couldn't see it. I pressed the button with the hand that was holding the book. Absolutely genius. I know, amazing, so talented. The second thing that was really awkward and really embarrassing. So as I was taking my picture, I was kind of like away-ish from the trail, like in the bushes, and like a couple of 7 to 10-year-olds, something like that, kid just like came running by, like they were playing like whatever, and then they stopped. They went back and they looked at me, and they just stood there for a couple of minutes looking at me. I didn't want to acknowledge them. I wanted to be all cool and like, yeah, I am unbothered. I was very bothered. I felt so awkward. It was so embarrassing. And then they finally ran off, and I'm standing there continuing to take my pictures, changing poses, stuff like that. And they come back with more of their friends. And them and their friends that they brought are standing there and staring at me for another couple of minutes, and I'm like, girl, did your parents not tell you that it is rude to stare? It was so awkward. I did not say anything because I have social anxiety, but I was kinda dying inside. But they went away after a couple of minutes, and thankfully they did not say anything, because what I hate more than people staring at me while I'm cosplay is people asking stupid questions while I'm in cosplay. It's just I personally can't handle it. But yeah, it was fine. I do want to say that I tried doing this by like the chronological order of my feed, but then because I have a list here of the things, but not everything is in perfect chronological order, so excuse that. The next post we're going to be talking about is from my Femme Julian cosplay from our Fan Arcana photoshoot, which was long overdue. We were planning that shit like for over a year, okay? Maybe a bit less than a year. I'm like over. It was like a year we were planning that. We just, for some reason, the cosplay was never finished, and like the weather and the pandemic, like we just never got to it until then. So first of all, we were an absolute mess on that day. We completely overestimated the time that the length of the time of the sunset, because we wanted to do everything at certain, and we grossly underestimated the time it would take us to film the maybe less than a page skit that we had prepared. Also, pretty last minute. We are so good at what we do, and it was pretty funny though. You can go watch that. So we had just like half an hour of natural sunset light left at the end to take a couple of pictures. It was an absolute disaster. And so first of all, I need to tell you how the land looks, like what I am standing on. So you have the shore, you have like the sand, it's like mini little rocks more than sand, and then you have this like place of like rocks which are very uneven in very weird shapes, and they create like a little bit of lakes of like seawater and stuff before they like, just like fade into the ocean floor, and under the sea floor it's the sea. And you have the sea, so it's very slippery and not the best place, but I did like a few photo shoots there and I never got hurt. I'm fine. And so obviously all of my pictures were from the thighs and up, because I had to take off my shoes, which were the thigh-high boots with a huge heel, because current Julian's fucking height. So I was with no shoes on here. Also, the background I'm very proud of. There were like people walking there, like walking their dogs and stuff, and there was a light wall behind me. Erased all of that from the background, and also I added some like orange to the background so it would like look a little bit more like a sunset, because the actual sunset was in the direction of the sea. It was in front of me, casting the beautiful golden hour glow on me. So I did like a bit of editing to the sky so it won't be just like boring blue grayish. Also, what you can see here is that like to the side, we had our like stuff on the beach, obviously a bit further away from the water, because and May was there because there came like two people, two like middle-aged-ish men, that were like asking us questions about like what we were doing or whatever, and they gave us like creepy steal your bag while you're not looking kind of vibe. Like, don't wanna assume, but you have to be in a situation like that. You have to be careful and you have to consider all of the options so you don't end up like losing your phone and keys and stuff like that. Like, stuff can happen. So May was there like fending them off. You can also, another thing that happened while I was taking my pictures is we had like a plastic bag, and inside were like a couple of bags of like chips for later. So we weren't looking for like a second. I feel like it might have been even when we were filming our skate at whatever, doesn't matter. Point is, a couple of crows came to our bags, tore open the plastic bag with the chips, and took a bag of chips, flew further away along the shore, and ripped it open and started eating the chips like it was nobody's business. So May and like the photographer had to fend off the crows as well. I personally couldn't even be mad. I was impressed, honestly. Oh, that was kind of funny. This whole day was a mess, and I had a mark from the eye patch. It was something. It was an experience. Right now we're going to go a bit more into the past, scroll more into the past, since obviously nothing too interesting happened this year. No conventions, no photo shoots with a lot of people, so not very many interesting stories. Just like pictures from past photo shoots and at home things. And we're going to take a look at this Iwaizumi a photo shoot thing by myself, whatever. And when I went to the beach at sunrise, and this entire situation ties directly into the Femme Arcana situation, even though it was like almost a year before that, because as I said, we've been planning it for way too long. So I wanted to see how the lighting at sunrise was going to look at the specific spot. As you can see, it's the same spot. So my logic was, there are 2 golden hour times in a day, sunset and sunrise. So if I go there at sunrise, I'll have the lighting from in front of me, and I can have the sea to the back of me, so I can have the sea as the background of the pictures instead of like the place with the people and stuff. So that was my logic, until you take into consideration that we live on a mountain and you can't really see the sun when it's rising, but I just like logically. But I decided that I was going to test it anyways, because I wanted to be completely sure that it was not going to be an option, and I'm stubborn, so I do things like that. So I decided that I would also cosplay, so I can have like something from this experience if it's like a fail and we can't come here sunrise and get the effect that I wanted. So obviously it did not work, as my friends warned me, but I needed to check for myself. But it did not work. I did get a couple of nice pictures out of it, so it was fine. I wasn't too mad. It was it was like freezing, absolutely freezing that early morning, which is to be anticipated. I did take a couple of pictures also in his like hoodie and jean jacket combo outfit, so that was fine. But then I wanted to take a couple of pictures in the uniform, so I took that off, and then the wind was absolutely freezing. It was not great. It's getting less and less chronological by the second, but we are now jumping to a couple of months ago, actually, to our Femme High Q Christmas photo shoot, which was extremely last minute. And again, there is nothing particularly inherently wrong with this photo, for example. But it was kind of a funny day. First of all, during this like specific pose, my friend Yel, which was the Oikawa for this situation, I will put her at somewhere here, she was filming behind the photographer, TikToks. She was filming TikToks behind the photographer, and the sounds she was using were so dumb. And I could not. Okay, Kenma is like serious. It's a pretty serious person, okay? He doesn't like laugh out loud, all of that. It's absolutely not in his character. But I couldn't hold still for 1 second, because I was trying to do like an elegant pose, and then from behind the photographer, I can see, so I'm also like, I can see what's happening here, so I can hear I can hear her sounds, and I can hear the one sound that goes chan chan iwa chan 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 iwa chan, and all of those like similar sounding things, and me and the photographer burst out laughing. We could not hold still, and she did it a few more times with like different sounds, and it was it was so difficult to keep still. We were laughing so much. It was. And also the lighting that is on my face, we kind of did not plan ahead and forgot to bring lighting. So what we had to do is basically take a lamp and just have the third girl that was there, except for me, Yal, and the photographer, she held the lamp just like very close to my face, not close enough that you can see it in the picture obviously, but it's there. So it's no natural lighting, it's no fancy lighting, it's just like a night light like table whatever lamp, which did not have like very strong lighting. That's why we had to hold it pretty close to the face. But it got the job done. It got the job done. Like the lighting looks fine. So yeah, it was a pretty cute day. Also, I did some more clown shit, and I thought when we took apart the tree, because it was actually the photographer's tree that she brought from her house, so we can have a big tree, because my mom had like a small tree. Because okay, so the photographer's family, they celebrate Christmas, but our family celebrates Novi God, because my parents are from Ukraine. But this is why we all had trees. But my mom had a small tree, and the photographer had like a huge tree, so she brought her tree with her. And yeah, it was very last minute. So I thought that I would make the parts of the tree fit better inside of the cardboard box if I sit on them. And obviously the box broke, and I could not stop laughing. I could not help them like get the fine duct tape and fix it. I was rolling on the floor. I don't know. It was not funny. I am that person, okay? It was not funny, but I couldn't stop laughing. Like, it was such a dumb idea, and I don't know what I'm doing, okay? Yeah, so these are all the pictures that I prepared to tell you about today. And make sure you follow me on my Instagram, obviously, and the channel's Instagram. And even though Instagram is kind of boring, and we need to find a new app. And if you have any new social media recommendations for me to try, leave them in the comments. I am desperate. And subscribe to our channel, like this video, the usual influence stuff, and get vaccinated. Yeah. Have a great week. Yeah. Exposing myself. Oh, the drama. Okay. Again from the top.